Martell Holt has developed a pattern that fans can see a mile away. Every time he feels cornered, every time Melody shines too bright, or whenever people start praising her, he runs to social media. And it's never just to post harmless updates. He goes online making accusations, throwing shade, and doing his usual post-and-delete routine. This latest drama is the perfect example. Martell didn't just drop vague comments this time. He accused Melody, his ex-wife, and the mother of his 4 kids, of financially supporting another man named Jason, who happens to be a married security guard, and even claimed Melody was also helping Jason's wife. He quickly deleted the posts, but of course, screenshots are everywhere. To make matters worse, Martell told fans not to buy Melody's 7th Avenue beauty products, saying that supporting her business is supporting an abuser. The problem is, that business helps provide for the very same for kids he shares with Melody. So essentially, Martell was telling people not to support his own children, which fans called out as cruel and bitter. Meanwhile, Arionne Curry, Martell's longtime mistress and the mother of his youngest child, stirred the pot in her own way. Known for her post-and-delete moves, Arionne recently unfollowed Martell, and he unfollowed her right back, signaling more behind-the-scenes drama. But the key detail here is that Jason's name didn't come from Melody. It was Arionne who first mentioned it in court, and Martell ran with it online. Melody hasn't confirmed or denied anything. She only acknowledged that Arionne brought up Jason's name, letting Martell spin the story on his own. And here's where the hypocrisy comes in. Martell is the last person who should lecture anyone about marriage, considering he carried on a long affair with Arionne while married to Melody and even fathered a child outside of his marriage. Fans have called him out, pointing out that while the rest of the cast, Kimmy and Marsau Scott, Letitia and Marsau Scott, are focused on family, health, and business, Martell seems stuck in the same toxic cycle. Melody, on the other hand, has taken a different approach, going live to share documents and receipts, backing up her side of the story. Each time Martell tries to twist the narrative, she pulls out proof, leaving him frustrated and looking desperate. At the root of it all, it's not about Jason. It's about Melody moving on, glowing, and not needing Martell anymore. That loss of control is what drives him to lash out. Meanwhile, Carlos King, the real owner of Love and Marriage, Huntsville, is watching it all unfold. Martell may call it his show, but without Melody's storyline, the show would not be what it is today, and fans know he is replaceable. When you step back, it becomes clear Martell is scared of losing relevance, scared of Melody's success, and scared that her thriving without him proves he was never the prize he thought he was. While Martell is spiraling online, Melody is busy raising her kids, running her businesses, and living her life. That in itself is the ultimate revenge, because nothing bothers a bitter ex more than watching you happy and thriving without them. And this is exactly why fans are calling Martell his own worst enemy. Instead of focusing on building himself up, he spends his energy trying to tear Melody down, which only backfires and makes her look stronger. Every time he throws out accusations, deletes posts, and goes on rants, the internet drags him while uplifting Melody. People are tired of seeing him play the same game over and over, and many are even questioning how long production will keep putting up with it. The truth is, Carlos King has plenty of storylines to build on without Martell. Kimmy's health journey, Letitia and Marsau's family dynamics, and Melody's growth are all powerful stories that keep viewers tuned in. Martell can't control himself. The show could easily move forward without him. Meanwhile, Melody isn't wasting her time feeding into his negativity. She's staying focused on her businesses, her music, and most importantly, her children. She doesn't have to argue or try to prove anything because her success speaks for itself. She's living in her purpose, shining on her own, and letting the receipts do the talking when necessary. And that's what makes Martell spiral even more, and he can't stand being left behind. Fans see the difference clear as day. Melody is thriving, and Martell is stuck repeating the same tired cycle. In the end, it's not Melody who needs to defend her reputation. It's Martell who needs to figure out how to stop being his own downfall. And here's the bigger picture. Martell's actions are slowly pushing him into a corner he won't be able to climb out of. The more he tries to damage Melody's name, the more people rally behind her. Fans are openly questioning his motives, pointing out how reckless it is to attack the mother of his children and her business, especially when that business directly benefits his kids. Every time he lashes out, he chips away at his own credibility. At some point, people stop listening to the accusations and start seeing them as nothing more than desperate attempts to stay relevant. On the other hand, Melody's silence and composure speak volumes. She doesn't need to drag Martell online or stoop to his level because the truth and the receipts are on her side. She's showing her audience what it looks like to rise above the noise and keep moving forward. And that's why so many people respect her. Instead of letting the drama control her, she's taking control of her narrative, focusing on her growth, protecting her peace. If Martell continues down this road, the outcome is clear. He'll end up looking like the bitter ex who couldn't let go, while Melody will keep building her legacy. That's why people say he's his own worst enemy. His anger, jealousy, and need for control only highlight Melody's strength, resilience, and independence. And at the end of the day, that's the real story here. One is stuck in the past, while the other is already